When I turned 60, something inside me woke up. It wasn't just another birthday, it was a quiet alarm clock ringing somewhere deep in my bones. For the first time in my life, I truly understood one simple but powerful truth. The hospital is not a magical repair shop. It can save a life, yes, but it cannot maintain one. I learned that lesson the hard way. The wake-up call. It all began with a routine physical checkup. My doctor, a man about my age with tired eyes and kind hands, looked down at my lab report and sighed. "John," he said gently, "your numbers look just like an old car that's been running for 60 years. Some parts are worn out, it's natural. But if you don't take care of this machine, next time you might need a major overhaul." That word, overhaul, stung like a needle in my heart. It scared me more than any diagnosis could. I thought about my life. From my 50s onward, I had started to notice changes. Climbing stairs left me breathless. My joints predicted the weather better than the weatherman. I used to pull all-nighters at work and still feel fresh in the morning. Those days were gone. My thinking had always been simple. When something breaks, go to the doctor. They'll fix it. But that day, I finally realized hospitals are for emergencies, not maintenance. The real key to health has always been in my own hands. So, from that day on, I made a promise to stop living on auto-repair mode and switch to what I call the self-care channel. I made a list of 5 things that I would treat as sacred priorities. 5 things that I'd pin at the top of my life. I stuck to them for 5 years. And though I can't say I've turned back the clock, my visits to the hospital have dropped sharply, and my energy and peace of mind are higher than ever. Today, I want to share those 5 things with you, my friends who, like me, are learning that the second half of life can still be rich, vibrant, and full of meaning. 1. The painful realization. A hospital is not a miracle factory. People from our generation, especially those over 60, tend to see doctors with a mix of awe and dependency. We grew up believing that the white coat was a symbol of ultimate power, that doctors could almost raise the dead. A few years ago, at a class reunion, an old friend of mine, now a retired physician, said something that struck us all silent. He said, "Folks after 60 never treat a hospital like an all-purpose repair shop. What we doctors do most of the time is patch things up, not restore you to new." He wasn't trying to sound cynical. He was being painfully honest. After decades of running, our bodies, like finely tuned engines, inevitably wear down. Even the best surgeon in the world can't replace the natural balance we lose through years of neglect. It's not that medicine is powerless, it's that the body has limits. No pill can undo decades of stress, sleepless nights, overdrinking, overeating, or anxiety. Hospitals can save your life, but they can't live it for you. Over 1,000 years ago, the ancient Chinese physician Sun Simiao said that there are 3 kinds of doctors. The lowest treat the disease, the middle treat the early symptoms, the highest prevent the illness altogether. At 60, I finally understood what that meant. Prevention is not glamorous, but it's the wisest medicine there is. 2. The lesson written in blood. A broken body brings no gratitude. One reason I changed so deeply was because I witnessed a tragedy. Years ago, I worked with a woman named Mary, a hardworking grandmother in her mid-60s. After retirement, she took a part-time job cleaning houses. Everyone told her to take it easy, but she'd just smile and say, "My son's getting married soon. He needs money for the down payment. I'm still strong enough to help." She worked herself to the bone. Ate cold sandwiches for lunch. Came home exhausted and covered in dust. Then one day, her arms swelled painfully, and she couldn't even lift a frying pan. She had no choice but to quit. A few weeks later, I ran into her at the farmer's market. Her eyes were red. She said softly, "I'm at home recovering. My husband and son, well, they're not exactly sympathetic. They say, 'We told you not to overdo it. Now look what happened. We have to take care of you instead.'" Her voice trembled. She had sacrificed her health for her family, and what she got in return was blame, not gratitude. That day broke something inside me. I realized that you can't pour from an empty cup. We are like lamps. If there's no oil left, We can't light the way for anyone. Burn yourself out trying to help others, and all you leave behind is darkness. As Dr. Anthony Fauci once said, the best doctor is the one who prevents you from meeting one. The best medicine is time. The best exercise is walking. So, if you want to stay out of hospitals, start by being a little selfish. Take care of yourself first before you try to save the world. 3. A shift in mindset. From overmedication to self-management. Many older folks I know panic at the first sign of discomfort. A little dizziness? Straight to the emergency room. A headache? Full body scan. They leave with bags of medicine and a lighter wallet, but no peace of mind. One friend of mine, George, spent thousands of dollars chasing a diagnosis for his dizziness. After dozens of tests, the doctor finally said, "Sir, it's just a stiff neck. Try some stretching and rest." But George didn't believe it. He kept going from one hospital to another, insisting something more serious was wrong. He demanded 4 drips and blood thinners just in case. A few months later, his dizziness was no better, but his stomach was. From ulcers, caused by all those unnecessary drugs. Finally, one doctor sighed and said, "Mr. George, your real problem is anxiety. You've created your illness by worrying too much." He was right. In contrast, another friend, Linda, has had diabetes for over 10 years, but you'd never guess it. Her secret? Self-discipline. She cooks her own meals, counts her carbs, keeps a health diary, and walks every morning and evening. She told me once, "My doctor gave me the keys, but it's up to me to drive." I admire that kind of wisdom, because real health management doesn't begin in the doctor's office. It begins in your kitchen, in your habits, in your mindset. 4. The 5 habits that changed everything. After my awakening, I made myself a new plan, my top 5 health priorities. I treated them like pinned messages on my phone, non-negotiable and always visible. 1. Put myself first. We baby boomers often live for our children, our grandchildren, everyone but ourselves. But I finally realized loving myself first is not selfish, it's smart. I set 3 strict rules. Go to bed by 10:30 p.m. Eat 3 balanced meals at regular times. Spend at least 30 minutes a day just for me, to read, listen to music, or simply sit quietly. At first, my family thought I was being difficult. But when they saw me healthier, calmer, and happier, able to cook, play with my grandkids, and never catch a cold, they understood. A healthy me was the best gift I could give them. 2. Simplify life and lower desires. By the time we reach 60, it's time to declutter, not just our homes, but our minds. I cleaned out my closets, gave away old clothes, and threw out broken gadgets. The house felt lighter, and so did I. I simplified my meals too. Breakfast, oatmeal with milk and a boiled egg. Lunch, 1 meat, 2 veggies. Dinner, whole grain porridge with a salad. Simple, colorful, nourishing. My digestion improved, and I slept better. I also pruned my social life, leaving behind toxic gossip groups, skipping comparison-driven lunches, and focusing only on people who bring peace, not pressure. It turns out that a peaceful heart is the best medicine there is. 3. Stop emotional overload. One thing that drains older people more than illness is emotional turmoil, especially with our children. I used to bottle up frustration, afraid to bother my kids. I watched friends do the same, pretending everything was fine while quietly suffering loneliness and resentment. But now I see it differently. Our adult children have their own lives, just as we once did. They owe us love, not constant attention. My rule is simple. I help when I can, financially, occasionally, but I won't sacrifice my health to babysit full-time or solve every family drama. That's not coldness. That's boundaries, the foundation of healthy relationships. When we respect our limits, we protect our peace and our dignity. 4. Stay busy, keep growing. Idleness is poison in old age. When the mind goes idle, the body soon follows. I saw many retired coworkers decline quickly after stopping work. Their days became a blur of TV reruns and naps. Within a few years, they aged 10. So I made myself a schedule. Morning, Read for an hour, learn something new for another hour, history, biographies, or even online classes. Afternoon. Exercise, brisk walking, or Tai Chi in the park. Evening. Journal my health progress and video chat with my grandkids. I even joined a community art class. Writing calligraphy calms my mind. With purpose. Every day feels fresh again. 5. Open the heart. Explore new possibilities. This one is my favorite. Don't ever let the phrase, "I'm too old," define you. One of my classmates started learning Spanish at 55. Everyone laughed, until 10 years later, he became a tour guide for travelers in Mexico. He told me, "Age is just a number. The world doesn't close its doors. You just stop knocking." Inspired by him, I began making short videos about the flowers on my balcony, how they bloom, what they need, the stories behind them. To my surprise, I gained thousands of young followers online. Some even wrote, "Grandpa, your attitude toward life makes me hopeful." That simple feedback filled my heart with joy. It reminded me, the world still needs us. We still matter. 5. The core wisdom. Hospitals treat disease. Life sustains health. After 5 years, I've learned this one truth. Doctors can help us heal, but they can't live wisely for us. They are our allies, but we are the commanders of our own bodies. As the ancient physician Hua Tuo once said, "Eat not until full, drink not to excess, stay warm in winter and cool in summer." In just 16 words, he summed up the eternal formula for health, balance, and moderation. True wellness isn't about miracle cures. It's about small, steady habits. Every meal, every step, every laugh, every night of good sleep. Peace of mind, proper rest, moderate exercise, and a cheerful spirit. These are the cheapest and most effective anti-aging medicines in the world. Final thoughts. Live wisely, live lightly. Now, at 65, I can say with confidence, these past 5 years have been the clearest, most peaceful years of my life. I no longer chase big ambitions. All I care about is whether my walk feels light, my meals taste good, and my sleep feels deep. I no longer depend on hospitals for comfort because I finally understand the best repair shop is my own body, and the best mechanic is my daily habits. Life after 60 is precious. Let's not waste it worrying or complaining. Be your own first doctor. Avoid needless stress. Stay kind to your body and gentle with your heart. In the second half of life, what matters most isn't how long we live, but how clearly, calmly, and joyfully we do it. If you found a bit of truth in my story, give it a like or share it with a friend. Let's help more people take their health and happiness back into their own hands. May we all stay out of hospitals, live with laughter, and cherish the golden sunset years ahead. Until next time, let's keep walking this path together, growing, learning, and aging gracefully.